What's up? It has been a very long time. And there's reasons for that. A lot of reasons, a lot of very frustrating reasons. When you're building a car and having to rely on other people, sometimes it can take time. I get it. Everybody's busy. Few hiccups with this car that I don't necessarily love. I'm 4 months behind, basically. I should have had the car back 4 months ago, but it's been stuck getting various things done to it. But it is back, and that is what's important. Today is August 30th. I have my Supras in Vegas event September 18th. So I have 3 weeks to get this car driving, racing, tightened up and everything. Can we do it? That's for you to decide. And especially after I show you the state that the car is in currently, maybe some of you have faith in me. Maybe some of you are realists and are gonna tell me there's no chance. So, you let me know. Let me know down below. What do you think? Think I'm gonna be able to get this car done? Are you ready to see it? It has been to the paint shop and is now back, so it is in its full operating color. I'm looking at it right now. It is loud. It's a loud color. I'm excited about it. It is a Viper color, and I've named it, and I'll explain the name as well. But are you ready to finally see what I've been waiting for? Are you ready to see the mess that I have to deal with for the next 3 weeks and try to piece it together to make a full car? Well, after waiting 4 months for this car to be back, I present to you Frankie, or Frankenstein. Frankenstein is in a snakeskin green color. So it is a Dodge Viper color. Can't really see it in this light. It's nighttime outside. The lighting in here isn't the best. Maybe I can... yeah, you can kind of see the pearlescent, just that nice shine in there. So I went with the Dodge Viper green, or the snakeskin green, because I've seen it in person on a Viper and it looks crazy. It looks so good. It's just so striking as far as the color goes. So I wanted it on this car. This car, I was originally gonna go something boring, but I like boring colors, like gunmetal gray, like a dark gray with black wheels and tinted windows. Like it looks good. But I was told that this car needs to pop. It needs to be loud. It's gonna be a track car. It's gonna be racing on the track. So I need it to be a showstopper. So ultimately I decided the green, snakeskin green. Now, the reason the name is Frankie, or Frankenstein, is because of all the different parts that I've used to put this car together, or that I'm using to put this car together, because clearly it's not together right now, because we have a Nissan chassis, I have a Toyota Supra motor that's going into it, I have a T56 transmission that's going into it. So what is that, a GM transmission? I have, is it GM? I don't know. What is it, guys? Let me know. T56, where does that originate from? Because I know I have a version of that in the Dodge Viper, but I think it comes in like Corvettes too. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not well versed on transmissions. I have a T56 that's going into it. I have brake rotors from a Nissan 350Z. I have, well, aftermarket for a 350Z. I have an axle from a Nissan R32 or R33 GTR. I also have another axle from a 300ZX. I have the differential of a Nissan, no, sorry, Infiniti Q45 I have the internal, so like the spindle, the pinion and the spindle for the gearing, or the gear ring and the pinion, from I believe it's an R32 GTR, just because I wanted to change the gearing. What else? Anyway, yeah, so I have pieced together, or will be piecing this car together using multiple different cars. So it is Frankenstein the Monster in a car version that's gonna be an absolute killer on the track. So I've already shown you subframe before that I had it pieced together in one of my other videos. That's ready to just go right in. I also have these Fortunato coilovers that they're the two-way coilovers, so it has that reservoir in there as well. Fortunato was nice enough to sponsor me and built me a custom setup for the track. So I'm super excited to see the difference between a custom built nice suspension compared to the stance coilovers I had on it before were fine. They're great. I raced on it last year. It did fine. I'm curious to see how much different this set's gonna be. I'm excited to find out. So after that, I have all the body panels. So we have the Rocket Bunny wide body kit, the front bumper, the side skirts there. You got the quarter, wow, why is this not focusing? The duckbill wing, but we also have like the front splitter. We have the rear diffuser that's in my house right now that I'm building. Everything coming together. The hood is so beautiful. I love how it turned out. The way that we left the carbon fiber exposed on these little vents on the side, and then everything is paint matched, looks so good. So there you have it. I have my entire car in pieces, and I need to put it on the chassis to make it look like a real car. And then that's when everything else comes in. I have to throw the fuel cell in. I have to throw all the wiring in. I've been sitting in my office with the entire chassis harness and the engine harness spread out on the floor, and I've been rewiring everything, so it's gonna be all new wiring. It's gonna look good. I have a new dash that's gonna go in. I have new switches. I have all new components. This thing is gonna look so good. I'm literally not leaving anything untouched. Here's the downside with my time crunch. There are gonna be components that are not powder coated or painted by the time I get to SIV or to Supras in Vegas. Reason being, I don't have time. I have a bunch of stuff that needs to be powder coated, but if I send it to the powder coater, I'm delaying myself again. And I know my powder coater, they do a fantastic job. They treat me so well, but I know they're like a week to a week and a half behind. So I don't have the luxury of waiting that long. So there are gonna be some components that are not powder coated or painted. There might be some weird colors that are thrown in there. When I get back from SIV, I'll tear those off. I'll get them powder coated to where it's flawless. But this car is gonna look so clean. Oh, I don't have my turbo. It's inside. I was gonna show you my turbo that I got. I have a new turbo. I'll let you guys wait to see that. So, oh, but the brake calipers, I'll show you these. So this color, so here's one of the brake calipers. See if the lighting does it any justice. So, yep. So the reason it's green and purple is because Frankenstein has this little purple coat. So this is gonna be the accent color within all the green. So interior, there's gonna be a lot of black components as well, but green and purple are gonna be the primary colors. Therefore you have Frankenstein. But something I wanted to point out that's different is the quarter glass is actually this vented piece that's molded in there now. I just have to put the mesh in here so it kind of covers that, so it looks a lot better. But I really like this piece. It's gonna make it look more like a race car. I love it. Oh, I want to show you the inside of this too. This roll cage looks crazy painted. I love it. I can't wait to put some of the interior like black components in here, and then the fuel cell. It's all gonna come together very nicely. And of course, I don't know if I showed you guys the fun little tanks that I have over there. that are purple tanks that are gonna go in here. So if anybody can guess what that means, good job. Otherwise, you guys can wait until I get to that part. But for today, I just wanted to reveal the color, kind of paint a picture of what I'm dealing with for the next 3 weeks. Because once I get this stuff in, what some of you don't realize is how much work is still involved. Like, I have a lot of components already ready to be bolted in and put it in and ready to go. Like the motor's fully built. I got new exhaust manifold, I got a new intake manifold, I got a new turbo, new transmission. All of that's gonna be assembled and put together, and I just have to lift it right in and bolt it into the chassis, and it's done. But I still have to measure for a custom drive shaft. I still have to fabricate all the intercooler piping. I have to fabricate the exhaust because I want a full 4-inch exhaust all the way out the back. Alignment, I have to get everything put on, the tires mounted onto the wheels, and then take it to a guy to align it and adjust the suspension for me. I have to install the wide body kit, so all the holes aren't drilled for it. I still have to drill those, put the molding on, rivet all those in. There's so much left to do that it is literally going to come down to the wire. As far as the wheels, unfortunately, since I'm 4 months behind, I did not have enough time to order the custom wheels that's going to be the final wheels for the car. So I am on borrowed wheels. They are work wheels, so they're still really good wheels. Yeah, I'll just show you. The wheels that I'm going to order for the car, the custom wheels, you'll have to wait to see what it is. They look incredible. I'm so excited to get those for the car, and the color that we're going with the green is gonna look so good. But for now, I'm gonna borrow some of my friend's wheels. Rob over at Cage Kits is letting me borrow his 3-piece work wheels. So shout out to Rob. Thank you so much. You've done a fantastic job on the car, and you're letting me borrow these crazy expensive wheels without making me buy them from you. So thank you, I appreciate that. We're gonna get some R888 tires thrown on them. Hopefully they fit with the offsets that Rob had set up. But we have these going on for now. And I mean, it's a very typical wheel for a Supra person, right? I'm used to be a Supra person, now I'm the Nissan person, but it has a Supra motor, so I had to keep that Supra pathway going. So it's gonna look good. It's still gonna look really good. I'm just not a big chrome guy. I need like black or like gunmetal gray. Chrome just doesn't do it for me, but it's gonna look good. It's still gonna look really good. Nothing against chrome. It's just not my taste, but it's gonna look fantastic. And again, thank you, Rob, for letting me borrow your wheels. That way I have something to run on and take to the event, since ordering wheels is gonna take 6 weeks and I have 3 weeks. So that wouldn't work. But what else do we have? So we have front end. So here's all the tubular front end. So if you look at the front right now, it's cut out. If some of you have seen one of my videos where I literally cut the whole front end off the car, yes, it's still cut. But I have the tubular front end that I'm just gonna bolt back on. Again, like I said, not everything's gonna be powder coated. When I get back from the event, right now, it's just raw metal. So it's just gonna look like this on the car, so it's not gonna look the best. But when I get back from the event, I will send this to powder coating, so it will look fantastic and clean. And obviously the cage looks amazing. So all the fabricating work turned out so nice. Now I just need to buckle down. So I'm gonna try to spend every second of every day and every night that I can afford to stay up to work on this car and get it done. I have a goal of running this car at the Supras in Vegas event, and everybody helping me has that same goal. So David over at 2JZ Motorsports is getting that motor ready. He's also going to help me get that custom drive shaft. JR, he's my tuner. He's gonna get it tuned. Like he said, even if we have to trailer it down to the event and he has to throw it on a dyno in Vegas, he'll do it there. So everybody's helping me out as much as they can to get this car ready. I appreciate everybody's help. It's been so a lot of ups and downs. So a lot of kinks that we've run into that's unfortunate. But I've also had a lot of support and help, so I really appreciate it. Even tonight, it's past midnight right now, and I called my neighbor, Cameron Dalton. Shout out to Cameron. He came over and helped me lift the car off of the trailer so I can get it in the garage and start working on it. So thank you, Cameron. I appreciate your help. So anyway, thank you to everybody that has helped me and that is still helping me and that is pushing towards the same end goal of having this car running by the 18th. But I'm gonna bring you guys along the way and you can watch me turn this thing into a driving racing machine. Do you think I can do it? Maybe. Let's find out.